I guess on my hair, she looked alright. And with that actually sitting there like this creams, and I had to have them, sis. All 5 of them. Here, I just had, we're gonna discontinue it, but I had to pick up their book of shadows, honey. colouredraine makes cheap fan, expensive breeze, good times. Wow, so serious. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Torrence here, and I just want to say first off to all of my returning subscribers, I love you and I thank you. The past 2 days have been amazing. You know, I've been away for a while because I got sick. Now that I'm back, I posted a video on Monday. That went to #1. Posted a video last night. That went to #1 as well. And it's gotten to the point where the comments are coming in so fast. A lot of them I'm truly not seeing because you go in to check one and it's 3 more behind it. Then you go in to check those and it's 5 more behind that. And it's like, I'm expecting growth, honey. I know things are going to get bigger and better. My blessings are coming through, but I'm getting nervous, you guys. It's getting to a point where I'm scared. One day I'm not even going to be able to answer all of the comments, but keep them coming, honey, because I'm going to stay on it. Also, if you are new to this channel, honey, and you have not hit that subscribe button, you may want to go ahead and do that because right now I do have an amazing giveaway going on. If you check my previous video, you can see what's in it. But if you want to enter that giveaway, you have to enter it at this video right here. That's my Masquerade mini tutorial. All you have to do is be subscribed. Leave a comment underneath that Masquerade mini tutorial. I am extending this giveaway to the 22nd, which is 1 additional week because I was gone for a week. And it's a couple things that I wanted to get done for that, including adding some extra items to that giveaway, as well as doing an extra special tutorial that I have coming up for you all. I don't want to spoil it. That's why I keep trying to, stutter, hold up on my words. Like, if you tell them what's a part of it, it's going to spoil everything. So just make sure you stay tuned for that. But today is going to be my Use It or Lose It for March 2023. Every month, I like to pick 5 palettes that I have to use. If for any reason I can't get that tutorial out, I have to declutter, sell, get rid of those palettes or something like that. And we're going to explain what happened last month and also what we're going to do this month because it's a whole lot of things I want to get going. And I also like to make at least one of those palettes chosen by a subscriber. Every month we choose our subscriber of the month, honey. And I got to pull this up because, baby, subscriber of the month, some drama behind that too. And I just want to sit down, make sure I get everything organized because, baby, this may have to be an unedited video. I know I have to get this up for you all tonight. Like I said, the past few videos have been so successful that the comments just keep coming through and I don't want anyone to feel as if they're being ignored. And I also got to go renew my handicap placard because she expires today and we got things to do tomorrow and we can't be out there and not be able to park. So let's get into it. First off, the 5 palettes for the Use It or Lose It of this month. Palette #1 that we chose, baby, it just seemed like, I know this got to feel like the neglected stepchild because she's been bumped month after month after month. If you all have not watched last month Use It or Lose It, I'll leave that link right here above. Basically what happened was I got sick because we had a statewide power outage and there was just no way to record. There was no heat, so I ended up getting sick. It was cold. And you all excuse me for that, and I'm grateful for that because there were several palettes from last month that I did not get a chance to use. So I'm automatically pushing them over to this month just to make sure that they do get their tutorial. And so for the first one, we have the Candy Shop by Juviasplace. I think this palette has been bumped twice already, and it's like, honey, you got to get it done. And so because this is one of the palettes that is in my current giveaway, I want to make sure that I get the tutorial for this up by the 22nd so that when the giveaway winner receives it, they will have inspiration for it. The artwork is beautiful, and on the inside, I ain't gonna lie, the main reason why I keep pushing her back is because you see she got these pinks and blues, and neither one of those colors is for me. She also, to me, is on the lighter side of things. I prefer jewel tones, And she looking like a pastel spring, and I like a rich dark jewel tone autumn. And it's like, I don't know, honey. I believe the color gonna be good. I believe the formula gonna be good. But she just not gonna satisfy me. Knowing I like a dark green, a dark purple, I'm looking at this palette like, yeah. So, first up, for the use it or lose it, the Candy Shop. And I got to make sure I get her up and going. Next up, another palette that has been bumped more than once. Once again, it was not my fault, honey. I wanted to get her going, but for March, we got to get her in there. We're not going to have no excuse this time. This one is going to be the beautiful Royal Heritage by uomabeauty. Now, this was a palette I chose because one, she's black owned, she's female owned, and for the month of February, I thought this palette would be perfect. But unfortunately, she was one of those palettes I did not get a chance to use. And another reason I really wanted to use it was because although you all may like her for the pinks, I was looking at her for the purples because every month I try to do a purple look for my friend Lorraine. And unfortunately, last month I was not able to do so. And based upon the color stories of these palettes this month, this may have to be my purple palette, or I'm just going to have to pull a whole nother palette in to get that done. But baby, you all wanted to see a gorgeous pink look, and I'm going to try to get you a gorgeous pink. But if not, it's a real good chance she might be my purple for Lorraine this month. And she's absolutely stunning. I love the uomabeauty formula. This was a collab with Coming to America. So she was once upon a time limited edition. They brought her back. I have all of their 10-pan palettes, and I want to make sure I get a tutorial up for them all. And the idea of having to get rid of this is like, no ma'am. She's been pushed back long enough. March is your month, honey. We got to get you up. This is palette number 2. Next up, palette number 3. Unfortunately, once again, like the first two, this was chosen for Black History Month. I wanted to try to get this up and I couldn't. And this was something that I did for y'all because I've already said it. Pinks and blues are not my colors. Another one, orange. I know y'all tell me I look fabulous in it, but it's not my comfort zone. But for number 3, I wanted to make sure I got a tutorial up for this because I did not want to skip out on this palette. And this is going to be the Thunder palette by colouredraine. First off, can I just remind you all, colouredraine is having a 50% off site-wide on all of their palettes. So if there is any palette from colouredraine that you all have been looking for, I recommend getting it now because 50%, baby, is amazing. And I honestly, I wish they would just restock their Queen of Hearts palette because even at full price, I would get another one of those. But look at this bad boy here. Just the lenticular packaging had my heart like, baby, come through. I may not be the biggest fan of blues, but I absolutely love me a cool tone color story and get it to this here. I was like, ooh. Baby, I understand you may be considered monochromatic, but I see the gray beauties in here and I see the depth with these blues. It doesn't look like it's just one shade repeating itself. I can see where some shades look alike, slightly more warmer than the others. Some have a little more blue than the others, and she looked fabulous to me. I can't wait to get into her, even though blues ain't my favorites. Some of my most watched, most loved looks have been blues. I'm trying to think which one was that other. It was a juviasplace blue look. I can't remember what it is, but I'll leave that tutorial right here. Baby, she was fabulous, and I think she's going to be as well. So we're going to put her to the side because that's number 3. And out of all of my palettes from last month, those were the only 3 that were a part of the Use It or Lose It where I was supposed to get that done, but didn't. With number 4, this was a palette where I just asked you all if you wanted to see it. You said yeah, but it was not part of my Use It or Lose It. There was no requirements to get it done, but I really think you all would still like to see a tutorial for it. So I'm going to add this as number 4, and this is going to be the La Cienega palette by adeptcosmetics. I believe, yeah, this is their newest palette as of right now. This was a part of their mystery box. The mystery box came with 8 liners and this palette. I decided to keep the palette, put the liners in the giveaway for you all, and you all I believe when I did a poll, this was the most voted palette on there, but I just didn't get the chance to do it. She was honestly next up on the list, but the power went out, and so I didn't get the chance to do her. And first off, let's get into this packaging. She's sleek, she's stunning on the outside, and when you get on the inside, I ain't gonna lie, blues ain't my thing, but this is a cute palette. I will give it that. She's a neutral palette with pops of blue, and so I was sitting back like, couldn't do that pop of green for me. You just couldn't give me the pop of green. But I understand in the general makeup world, pop of blue is usually what sells and what grabs people's attention. And so you already know, whether I like a color story or not, whether I like a formula or not, I'm gonna do my best to create a beautiful look. And so I'm looking at this palette like, baby, y'all ain't never gave us this many mattes. So the idea of knowing when I want to customize a palette, I'm going to really be reaching into this one. The only thing I think they could have done was just giving us a pure matte white. Seeing these three lighter shades here got me wishing that one of those was just a pure white, but we're going to still make it work. I'm going to probably do another poll between all of these palettes that we have today to see which one you want to see first. But as I stated, the one I have to get done before the 22nd will definitely be that juviasplace one. But that brings us to number 5, the last one of them all. And I'm sitting back like Torrence. For number 5, of course, I wanted it to be my subscriber of the month. And let me see, let me pull that comment up. And the thing is, unfortunately, I guess because everyone was so, interested in going to the giveaway, which I do not mind, honey. It seems like a lot of people forgot to go to my rankings video and leave a comment there so that they could enter for subscriber of the month. But baby, that comes and goes. That's going to be here every month. I know y'all don't have to worry about that. That giveaway, y'all had to make sure y'all was on it. And unfortunately, I only got 2 people who left comments for specific palettes. And that's what you have to do to enter. A lot of people, they left nice comments and things. They said things like, okay, would you mind doing a video on this technique? And I keep those notes because I have a big folder. Let me pull this over here to the side where I keep my notes for YouTube. It's a whole bunch of things that I have just written here. And you could just see small things like this, like timestamps and things like that from when I did other videos. But this folder is just full of notes, full of ideas and things that I want to keep going. But for my rankings video, unfortunately, I keep saying that word, I need to just spit it out. There were only 2 comments that came through, and I want to see if I can find them. One was from a dear friend, Janessa J, and I was honestly going to pick hers because she had the only comment for quite a while. And I'm like, if nobody else come through, she's going to get it by default. But then someone else, I believe last night, came through and left a comment. I want to be able to find it. There she is right here. I thought I was going to have to cut this off. I'm like, Torrence, you got to keep scrolling because, baby, I'm looking at it on the phone. Her name for our subscriber of the month. Let's get it going. Boom. Patricia D. Congratulations, honey. You are subscriber of the month. You managed to come in and get it at the very last moment. The very last moment, because you were the only other person who subscribed. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to give it to my homegirl, Janessa J, but I didn't want anybody to feel as if I was just, choosing favorites or just choosing people that are close to me. I want this to feel fair, so we did give it to Patricia, and her comment says, we love shopping Pat McGrath Labs on a sale. I love motherships, but I'm choosing either Pat McGrath Labs Divine Rose 2 or Midnight Sun. And the thing is, I have both of those palettes. I honestly wouldn't mind doing a tutorial for both. But when I sit back and think about it, it was like, Torrence, you did a giveaway last time. And I believe one of the palettes that you gave away was the Mothership. Is that Mothership? Let me look at her. Let me see. What's the name of her? I think she's number 8. Yes, Mothership 8, Divine Rose 2. And that is the one I chose because, one, it gives me a chance to play with motherships. It also gives me a chance to play with multi-chromes, which is something Pat McGrath has never offered us. And it gives me that ability to go ahead and, how can I put this? do another Pat McGrath palette and also test out a new formula for you all, because you all have truly been enjoying that Mothership 5. Although I knew I loved it, I did not expect you all to love it that much. Not only did you all love it, guess what? Mother McGrath came through and liked it too. Baby, when I tell you I almost passed out, if you all look on my Instagram, she liked I think 2 of my posts but left a comment under one of them. I ain't gonna say almost, I almost passed out, but I did holler. And I just want to keep the ball rolling. I ain't gonna lie. Knowing y'all loving Mother McGrath, knowing Mother McGrath is loving my work, I got to keep it going, honey, because I've been saying it's a collection of palettes that I want to get tutorials out for. I want to do one for every juviasplace palette I have, every melt palette I have, every adept palette, every Anastasia palette, but knowing Anastasia ain't gave me no attention Mother McGrath did, we're gonna have to do that. So for number 5, Pat McGrath Labs, Mothership 8, Divine Rose 2. This is the outside. Y'all gonna have to give me a little bit because I told y'all we was heading out after here, so I got a little lotion on here because we don't want to come on with crusty fingers. But this is what the inside of her looks like, and even though pinks ain't my favorites, I always don't love pinks. This one here has a multi-chrome, and it's gonna get me to step out of my comfort zone and also satisfy the subscriber of the month. And that's another reason why I decided I could potentially use the uomabeauty palette as a purple palette, because I know I would be able to create a pink look with this one, and I still want to make sure I get my looks out for everybody. I understand, honey, I'm just a man, I'm only human, and I can't be everything for everyone at every point in time of the day, but I want to try to satisfy and get as many of you happy as possible. And so those are going to be the 5. I'm just going to put that out there. This is my use it or lose it 5 for the month. But when I promise y'all, I'm going to be working real hard. I'm going to be trying to get as many tutorials as I can out to make up for last month, because one, the more often you put stuff out, the faster your channel can grow. And although I really don't care about the views and things like that, it's just nice to know if you're going to put in the work anyway, that you can get back as much as you can, because the more views I get, the more people that is coming, the more positivity we have, and the more views I make on a video, the more I can put back into a channel, or not just a channel, my channel. And last month, was it last month? Yeah, it was last month. I got my very first check back from YouTube, and I promise you, it was extremely small, but I took that entire amount and put it into the giveaway. Honestly, I probably put easily 2-3 times as much into the giveaway as that check was, but I just wanted to let you all know that I love you, I appreciate you, and I promise you, the more you support me, the more I'm going to support you. And so if possible, I know I'm going to try to get all 5 of these out, and I also have that surprise tutorial coming before the giveaway. I also want to try to still see if I can get these videos up too. Now, I can't guarantee them, but because my friend Janessa did put down that she wanted to get a tutorial up for the, which one is this called? Norvina Volume 2, because she was the only other person to comment on a tutorial. I do want to see if I could potentially get a tutorial up for this palette. I can't guarantee it, but we are going to try to get it up for her. I want to show you all what she looks like on the inside. I'm trying to move slow because this thing is slick. And because I have lotion on my hands, I do not want to risk it falling. This is what the inside looks like. And because she has a green-blue hue to her, I did not want to pick this for my Use It or Lose It 5 because I have a green-blue color story in mind that I want to do. And that is because we also have these coming up. If possible, I want to try to also do the Oden's Eye palettes that I showed you all. This is the new, I believe it's called the Perfect World Trio. It's the one that has Batty Bean, Lauren Mae Beauty, and Makeup Just for Fun. But because there are 3 palettes in here, I'm hoping I can get all 3 done in 1 week. But that would truly involve, if I do them, you know, every other day, that's 3 days. That's at least 6 days that I need to put to the side to get this done. But I want to try to get these done first because these risk being decluttered and this one does it. And that just means Torrance, with it already being the 8th of the month, I only got about 20 days to get about 10 tutorials done, which means I got to be on it every other day. And that means we got to hurry up and shut our mouth. Because, once again, I need to run out. I need to go grab something to eat. I need to run to Secretary of State. I need to come back in today, do one of these tutorials tonight so y'all can have that up tomorrow. Because for this first week, I'm hoping to get something done every day. But a lot of times I get tired when I do, and we can't guarantee it. I'm already ahead of schedule because last night I was washing brushes. Seeing y'all get me to #1 again, seeing Pat McGrath comment, it just has me excited. It has me wanting to do more, give more, be more, and we're going to get it going. So, let me close my mouth, Torrence. We're going to shut up. I love you all. I thank you all. Keep the love and support coming, but we're going to end this video here by reminding you all, remember to practice, continue to stay blessed, and until next time, goodbye, YouTube.